Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out more than you guys will ever know. It's getting me seen again by the YouTube algorithm gods, who I have fallen out of favor with because I had to take that break to take care of my sick family members. So, thank you so much for again liking, commenting, and subscribing because you all are amazing. And thank you for this community. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm astounded that we have built something so beautiful, but I am always humbled and just so in awe of what we have created here. So thank you all so very much. It's just absolutely amazing. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time, Pisces. Angels, ooh, this one right here, it itself known instantaneously. This is a star. Now, this is Aquarius energy. If we're born on the cusp with Aquarius, or if we have Aquarius energy in our charts, we need to be mindful that this part of our personality really wants to be seen, really wants to come out. But we also need to be mindful about our dreams. We can really be feeling that our dreams, our deep soul dreams, aren't being heard. And what is going to be our response to that? If we feel like what we deeply desire in life isn't cared about, by anything, by anyone, and maybe even ourselves. This is a time to look at our dreams and let them be our North Star, right? Our guiding light forward. And not let our dreams consume us, but let our dreams propel us. So Spirit's saying, be mindful. Be mindful of being consumed by your dreams and letting either, the want of the dream or the feeling that the dream will never be absolutely take over our lives. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So this is enchanted. We need to be enchanted with life. We don't need to be fighting it. We don't need to be proving anything to it. We need to be enchanted with life. And I know somebody's saying right now, well, how is enchanted going to make me my money? How is it going to put food on the table and pay the bills? If we live with a bit of beauty in our lives, we live with richness in us. And it's not only saying that for everybody. It's because we're ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of the unseen world. That's why our dreams are so important to us. Dreams are so important to Pisces. So important. And our star is our deepest wish, our deepest desire. How does it come forward? How is it manifesting in our life? And are we giving up on it? The ruler of the unseen world cannot give up on the unseen. To be enchanted is to be believing in magic, is to be believing in the beautiful, is to be believing in the, ridiculous at times, the absurd. So here, letting enchantment come in is really embracing the ruler of the unseen world. What unseen desires, what unseen beauty do we want? Not the negative stuff, but what stuff do we want in our lives? Not accumulation of stuff, but what do we want in our lives that makes our life more beautiful, more powerful, more in line with who we are and what we desire. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides. We're having a hard time connecting with our Virgo energy. Just be aware of that. If you have Virgo in your natal chart, you're having a hard time connecting with this. If you have Aquarius in your natal chart, you're having a hard time connecting with that. So just be aware, okay? Timeframes we can also find difficult. We could have found, the Aquarius timeframe of January 20th to February 18th of this year to be difficult. And the Virgo timeframe, August 23rd to September 22nd, we can find that to be a bit difficult, for one reason or another. It's around the poverty mentality. So if we don't have things financially in order the way that we want to, we can feel stressed out around this time, around the Virgo time period. With the Nine of Swords, okay, this is worry, doubt, and fear. We have a lot more worry, we have a lot more doubt, and we have a lot more fear around us than we want to admit to. This is also not getting good night's sleeps, so being aware of that as well is going to be very important. With the Nine of Swords, we are so into our worry right now, or we can be so taken over by worry. And I understand, I am the queen of worrying, but this is something we have to be aware of. We have to say, you know what? I see myself going down this path. I see myself, being worried, being anxious, being upset. How do I heal me? How do I take care of me to stop this? And it most definitely is not by not sleeping, which is what we're going to do initially, because we're just going to be worried. So we're going to be worried. So we're going to be scrolling through our phone, or, listening to a book, or, doing something, playing video games, something that involves us being awake, looking at a screen, or concentrating, that isn't letting us calm down. We need to do things during this time that let us connect with the silence in ourselves. If we cannot have the TV off, or, music or sound off, and just be quiet in ourselves, we need to look at why. Because that's going to be one of the most important things we can do for ourselves during this time. Sit in meditation and connect. With the Ace of Cups, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of healing, beautiful love. There's a saying, you need a gallon to fill a cup. You need a gallon. We cannot be filling cups. We cannot be filling anybody else up if we are not full ourselves. So this is going to be a time where we start to see, I need to fill me up. I thought I was fine with a cup, but I'm not. This can also be a time that's rather emotional for us. We can feel like laughing one minute and crying the next minute, and just completely overwhelmed by our emotions, because spirit is clearing out a lot of the chaos we have stuck in our hearts, a lot of the emotional baggage we've been carrying around. And there's a sense of, like, when a fountain is turned on and all the green algae that gathered on top of the pond, starts to move out. That's what's happening here. We're having all the stagnation that's in us start to move out. And there's something around poverty. Be smart with your money. Be careful of what you're spending on. Okay? Make sure that if you can, put money in the bank. And if you can't, it's time to start, there we go, thinking about the future, not worrying about it. Just saying, you know what? I need to think about this because it's important for me. With the Five of Pentacles, we can feel like the people that we're moving with, okay, are weighing us down because they've been through a lot of traumas and dramas with us. But we need to start seeing this as our greatest support. I have a friend, and he always says, with the Five of Pentacles, you have somebody and they're dragging you down. You need to cut loose, and you need to just, let it be just you. And I always look at the Five of Pentacles, and it's like, but you need that support system. You need somebody to say, hey, I need you. Hey, I love you. Hey, we're in this together. That is just absolutely one of the most beautiful things that we can hear from people. And even when we get frustrated with them, it's like, okay, well, what have they seen us through? What have we been through with them? What is powerful here? We're looking at the poverty mentality. It could be of a family. It could be of a period in our lives. It could be of ourselves. It could be handed down from generation to generation. We don't get to have this. We don't get to be like this. And now enough is enough. We're looking at the greatness that we didn't get to be a part of. And we're saying, why don't I get to go in? Why don't I get to go in to the grand building? Why don't I get to go in to the beautiful space? Why don't I get to embrace beauty in my life? With the Hermit, there is a need to go inward. And we're so avoiding that. We are just like, nope, I'd rather be out and about. We can be out physically, like out all the time, or we can retreat in ourselves and just, not want to feel anything, but just kind of want to numb everything within us. So just be mindful about this. There's a transformation that's happening around us, in us, with us. We need to look at that, because right now we're pushing it off, and Spirit's like, no, you're transforming. Look at you. No, you're transforming. Connect with you. The Five of Cups, change your mind and change your life. We're looking at everything that hasn't turned out right. And that's cool, but that's also really harsh. That's really harsh on us. Okay? We can't change the past. We can't make things turn out the way that we wanted them to. Other people were involved too, or, it just wasn't meant to be. We need to turn around. We need to see the Two of Cups, the healing, beautiful love. That's right there. That's right with us. And as we do that, we're going to start to see that there's some sort of dream that we were letting go of. There's some sort of like carelessness with money. Carelessness is money. Just be aware of this. There's bounty around us, but we need to look. And right now, we're not really into the tedious intricacy of things. We want things to be moving forward a lot faster. Spirit is saying to us, we need the tedious intricacy. We need the tediousness before there is the full beauty. So here she's making a blanket, and it's tedious and it's long, and it's a sense of like, oh my gosh, will I ever, ever, ever get there? But then when we start to see ourselves achieving and succeeding and winning, it's like, oh wow. So that tediousness was worth it. That tediousness led me to something greater than I thought I could have. And that's going to be a really cool thing for us. The repeat of the number 9 here, and the repeat of the number 5. 5 is a freedom number. We're having to look at things that are uncomfortable for us in order for us to be set free. With the number 9, we're having to embrace our humanity, the humanness of it all, in order for us to be fully us. And I know that doesn't make much sense. Some of you are going to be saying, what is she talking about? What Spirit is saying is that we're human. We're here to have human experiences, the highs, the lows, and the in-betweens. What we want to be and what we see on television or, reading books is usually the superhuman or the extraordinary. And that's all great. But for us, we need to understand we are simply human. It is okay to get things wrong. And it is okay to get things right. And it is okay to, do everything in between. We're okay. There's power and grace to us. Our subconscious message from Spirit is the 7 of Swords. The energy that we need to be mindful of subconsciously is lies. These are lies that we tell ourselves. These are lies that others tell us. This is really looking at these lies and being like, oh, okay. You know what? I took this person's word on it. They're not to be trusted. Oh, I thought I could do this. It's taking more time than I thought. Okay. So I miscalculated that. But we need to just be aware. We need to be aware of certain things that are just mistruths, that we're thinking, oh, it should be just like this. And we didn't realize the person who, I'm just seeing it's going to be easy. And it's like, okay, but what does easy mean to that person? And what does easy mean to us? And was it really easy for that person? Or did they, edit their videos 18 million different times until they show you the one time that they got it right perfectly? And that's here because we're taking a lot, especially on social media. I'm seeing a lot of what we see. And this is even with people, a lot of what we see, it's like, oh, it was easy for them. We don't see behind the scenes. So beware of this because it's a lie. It's a lie that we're telling ourselves oh, it was easier. It's like, no, it was hard work and it was pain and it was hurt and it was disappointment. But nobody wants to show that. It moves us to our subconscious, spirit message, which is harmony reverse. We're out of harmony with ourselves. If you can play music, that is just a beautiful harmony to it. If you can do things that make you slow down and connect with your own rhythm, that's going to be so beneficial. Our subconscious tarot message is the 8 of Pentacles. Subconsciously and also in the real world, you're a fantastic worker. You're very good at intricacy and getting things done and moving things forward. Okay? So now it's time to look at what you want, not what you can do for everybody else, but what do you want? And what are you excelling in? What do you want to excel in? Because you'll make it happen. You really will, Pisces. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.